What's up, everybody? Welcome to Best Massage Tech and welcome to the Ultimate Compression Boot Comparison Review video, where today I'll be taking a look at 5 of the top compression recovery boots on the market and comparing them across 15 different categories to determine ultimately what is the best compression recovery boot on the market today. Compression recovery boots are something that have become a bit more popular over the last few years, primarily being marketed by professional level athletes. And these devices come with a few claims in terms of what they're capable of doing, primarily decreasing inflammation, increasing lymphatic movement, increasing circulation, and ultimately decreasing recovery time. And they're designed for anyone from an elite level athlete all the way down to a weekend warrior who's looking to get that next step in their recovery so they can get out and participate sooner or get that next step in their competition or workout. And what I'll say with all these claims is certainly there's a lot of research out there, so I recommend that you do your own before looking into purchasing one of these. And certainly a lot of these factors are specifically geared not only to athletes, but also people that might have circulatory issues or other issues going on. So I would certainly encourage anybody that's looking into this that if you're unsure if this product is right for you, consult with a doctor before getting any further in the buying process. But with that out of the way, I do just want to talk about what I'm going to be looking at today and how I've arrived at these categories. I'm going to be looking at 5 of the top brands on the market across 15 different categories. So I'll be taking a look at Rapid Reboot, SLS3, Normatec, Air Relax, and Recovery Pump. And I recognize that there's certainly more than these 5 brands across the market, but they have a variety of price points, which I felt was important to look at the differences between these products. And there's also a variety of brand awareness. So some of these are super popular, and some of these you may have never heard of. So I wanted to have a good scattering in my initial review of these products. When reviewing these, I wanted to be as objective as possible. And in order to do that, I've come up with a scoring system that I've called the Best Massage Tech Score. It is the 15 categories that I've found across all my research that appear to be the standard within this product. And within those categories, I've looked and researched to figure out what I determined to be the standard within each category. So I will tell you guys what that standard is for each category. Obviously, there is a bit of subjectivity in that regard where I had to determine what I felt was the standard for that category. But beyond that, all of these scores are going to be strictly based on the specifications of these devices. So with that, let's get into the 15 categories. So the categories that I'll be looking at today, along with the score that they need to reach or the specification they need to have in order to get that point in that category. And with those points, they're gonna vary from 0 to 1. So each category, a product could get 0, 0.5, or 1, depending on where they fall compared to that standard. So the first category is the number of zones or chambers, and this is gonna be based on having 4 or more. These are just the number of compartments throughout the boot that are able to be filled with air. The next category is going to be whether these chambers are overlapping. And for me, the standard is going to be yes to get a point. And the reason that's important because these are designed to move fluid. And so some of these have chambers that are side by side, and some of them have chambers that overlap. And when it comes to compression gradient, you want to have a fluid motion there. And so having those that are overlapping is going to do a better job than those that are side by side. I'm going to take a look at whether they are able to activate and deactivate each of those chambers individually. For me, that standard is going to be yes. I'm going to look at the number of pressure settings. So within the boots, how many settings can you adjust the pressure to? And for me, that standard is going to be at least 10 or more. And with those pressure settings, I'm also going to look at what is the pressure range. And for me, the standard is going to be a minimum of 30 millimeters of mercury pressure all the way up to a maximum of 100 millimeters of mercury pressure. So it has to have at least that or greater. In terms of the pressure range, I've set the standard at 30 to 100 millimeters of mercury. Millimeters of mercury is just a measurement of pressure. And something that's important to be aware of this when it comes to the pressure is it really only needs to get to a point that's about 80 to 100 in order to actively move fluid throughout your body. The reason that number is 80 is because that is the diastolic blood pressure for most people which is the pressure in your arteries between heartbeats. So as long as the pressure in the boots is higher than that, you're gonna be able to actively move fluid. There isn't necessarily always benefit in order to be going really, really high. So I just wanted to note that before we dive into some of these devices further later on in the video. I'm also gonna take a look at the number of modes or patterns. The standard for me is gonna be 2, and that's just how many different sequences can these chambers fill and what sort of patterns are they capable of doing. I'm gonna look to see if it has a negative gradient compression, and for me the standard is yes. That means that essentially the most distal chamber is gonna have a slightly higher pressure than each proximal chamber closer to it, and that's important when it comes to moving lymphatic fluid and blood. I'm gonna also take a look at the number of sizes, and for me the standard is gonna be 3 or more sizes available in that product. I think it's important because if you're gonna get something, you wanna make sure it fits, and in order for it to fit, you need to have something that's the right size. I'm gonna take a look at whether the product comes with a Bluetooth compatible app, and for me the standard is yes. I think just where the technology is going, that's important for this product to have. I'm also gonna look to see if it's battery powered and how portable it is. With these, obviously people are athletic in a lot of different areas, whether you're gonna be inside at your house or outside at a track meet or something. You want it to be portable and you're gonna want it to be battery powered. So for me, that standard is a yes. With that battery power, I'm gonna see what the standard is for how long it lasts. The standard for me is at least 2 hours among those that are battery powered. Next, I'm gonna look at the individual session time and what that maximum amount of time is. I determined the standard to be at least 1 hour. I think you should be able to use this for an hour continuously without the device turning off. If you're gonna be spending this much money, I think having a case is important. So a standard for me is that it comes with a case. I think an important factor for a lot of people is gonna be the price. These products are a very highly priced category. So I wanna look at products that are at least around $1,000. So for me, it's $1,000 or less is gonna earn 1 point as being the standard in the category. And then lastly, if you're gonna spend that much money, it should come backed with a warranty. And for the products that have the warranty, in order to get a full point, my standard is gonna be a 2-year warranty. So those are the 15 categories that are gonna calculate into the Best Massage Tech score. So obviously a perfect score could be 15. Now there's also 3 other categories that I've looked at, which I'm not gonna mention in this video, but I will mention in my other spreadsheet. But it's gonna be, are the legs connected or not by the hoses? How many compatible attachments are there with these? So beyond the boots, can you get arms, can you get hips, other things like that? And what's the noise? Additionally, in my spreadsheet, you'll find, is there anything else unique that I didn't factor in? And then do I have any access to discounts for these products? So you will have access to that spreadsheet with all the information that I go over today down below in the description. And I do realize that some of these factors may change, so primarily the price. So the price of all these is gonna be as of October 25th, 2020. And I also realize that some of these categories might not matter to you, but from the research I've done, these are the 15 most important categories that are pretty much standard across the board in all these devices. So with that, let's dive into the devices and see how they stacked up. Now with all these, one disclaimer that I do want to make is that I've made a full review video of every one of these products. So this is going to be a relatively quick hit of each of them. So if you want to see a more in-depth of any of these, make sure you check out the link down below for each of these individual ones. But I'm only going to be hitting on the categories that I mentioned at the beginning here. And with all these as well, I will be showing you the control unit. I'll show you what the boot looks like. And then if it comes with a case, I'll show you what that case looks like. And then you'll just see a quick clip of what they look like with the boots inflated. So with that out of the way, let's take a look at the devices. And starting off in 5th place is the Air Relax Compression Recovery System. This device has 4 zones in each boot. They are not overlapping zones. You do not have the ability to activate or deactivate the chambers. It comes with 4 pressure settings. It has a pressure range going from 0 to 230 millimeters of mercury. You have 5 different modes or patterns that you're able to use with this device. It does not have a negative gradient compression. There's 3 different sizes available for this product. It does not have Bluetooth compatibility or an app. It is not battery powered, so it does not have battery life. The maximum session usage time is 15 minutes. It does not come with a case, however, you can buy one separately. And it is currently $518 and it comes with a 1-year warranty. This is what the boots look like. This is what the control unit looks like. And this is what the case looks like that it does not come with, but you can purchase this separately. And this is what the boots look like when they're fully inflated. Just a quick note on the fit of them. They are a little bit tight in the feet. It is just 2 chambers side by side, kind of sandwiching the foot as well as everything else in the legs. They fit a little bit unique compared to some of the other ones that I would say. Based on the 15 categories, this gets a score of 5.5. Next up in 4th place is SLS3. SLS3 has 4 zones or chambers. They are not overlapping. You do have the ability to activate and deactivate individual chambers on the unit. It does have 23 different pressure settings that you can choose from, and it has a pressure range going from 30 all the way up to 250 millimeters of mercury. There's 6 different massage patterns that you can choose from with this. It does not have a negative gradient compression, and it's available in 3 different size boots. It does not come with a Bluetooth compatibility or app. It does not have a battery power or any sort of portability in that sense. Therefore, it doesn't have battery life. The maximum session usage time for an individual use is 60 minutes. It does come with a case included. The price on this is currently $749, and it comes with a 2-year warranty. So this is what the boot looks like. This is what the case looks like. This is what the control unit looks like. This is what the SLS3 looks like when they are inflated. And something that I would note is that it does come with a portable remote. And the fit of these, they are a 3-paneled foot, so it's a bit more comfortable than the last ones. There's a little bit of a flat section on the end, so there's a little bit more room. And they are a little bit shorter up on my thighs than some of the others. But based on the 15 categories, the SLS3 gets a Best Massage Tech score of a 9. So after my individual review video of the SLS3 went live, SLS3 actually reached out to me to notify me that their boots actually do have overlapping chambers and that they overlap by about 2.5 inches. So based on that information, I am going to update their score, and they're going to get a Best Massage Tech score of a 10. In 3rd place is the Rapid Reboot. Rapid Reboot has 4 zones or chambers. They are not overlapping. You do have the ability to activate and deactivate chambers individually. There's 10 different pressure settings that you can choose from in a pressure range going from 20 to 200 millimeters of mercury. There's 2 different massage patterns to choose from. It is not a negative gradient compression. These boots are available in 5 different sizes. There's not a Bluetooth compatibility or app with these boots. They are not battery powered, so therefore there's no battery life. The maximum session usage time for an individual use is 30 minutes. It does come with a case. It is $995 and comes with a 2-year warranty. This is what the boot looks like. This is what the pump and control unit looks like. And I do not have the case directly that comes with it, but I do have a separate case that can be purchased additionally. The case that it comes with looks very similar to the SLS3 case. So this is what the Rapid Reboots look like when they are fully inflated. The fit on these, again, is much more comfortable. There are 3 panels, so there's a separate chamber in the bottom of the foot that inflates. So there's a lot more room. Your foot isn't getting pinched. The fabric of the boots is a little bit more of a premium, more durable material than the other previous 2. But based on the 15 categories we're evaluating on today, the Rapid Reboot gets a Best Massage Tech score of 9.5. Next up in 2nd place, probably one of the most popular compression recovery boots based on brand awareness is the Normatec Pulse 2.0. These boots come with 5 different chambers. They are overlapping chambers, and you do have the ability to activate and deactivate individual chambers. There is 5 different pressure settings that you can choose from, and the pressure range is going to go from 30 to 110 millimeters of mercury. There are 2 different modes or patterns that you can select in order to inflate throughout the boot. And there are 3 different size options available in these boots. There is not a negative gradient compression. There is a Bluetooth compatible app, which is really nice, and it is battery powered, and the battery life is 2 hours. A maximum session usage time of 2 hours and 55 minutes. However, it does also have the ability to go on to a continuous use with that. So it's basically unlimited. It does not come with a case included. The price is currently $995 and it comes with a 2-year warranty. So this is what the boot looks like, and this is what the control pump and housing unit looks like. This is what the boots look like when they're inflated. In terms of comfort, they're one of the more comfortable ones. Again, they have the 3-chambered foot, so it's plenty of room for the foot. You're not getting pinched. The material of these seems to be a really premium and durable material. The hoses as well are nice and durable. Based on the 15 categories that we are evaluating them on, it's going to get a Best Massage Tech score of 11.5. And rounding out the ultimate compression boot comparison review video, in first place is the Recovery Pump RPX 2020. This boot is a 4-chambered boot. It does come with overlapping chambers, and you do have the ability to activate and deactivate individual chambers on it. There is 17 different pressure settings to choose from, and within those pressure settings, there's a pressure range ranging from 20 millimeters of mercury all the way up to 100 millimeters of mercury. There is 4 predetermined routines that you can choose from, as well as the ability to save custom routines. It does have a negative gradient compression, and it's available in 5 different sizes. This device does have a Bluetooth compatible app, so it's super portable. It also is battery powered, and it has a battery life ranging from 6 to 8 hours depending on what settings you're using. It does have a maximum usage time of 90 minutes for an individual session. It does come with a case. The price range is $1,895, and it comes with a 2-year warranty. This is what the boots look like. This is what the system looks like. And because my unit is a demo unit, I do not have the actual case, but this is what the case would look like if you got it. So this is what the boots look like when they're fully inflated. They're probably the most comfortable out of all of them. Again, specifically talking about the foot, you have sort of that 3-panel design with it filling on either side of the zipper and on the foot. I can notice the overlapping chambers. It's probably the smoothest fill out of all of these. And honestly, they're just super, super comfortable, and I feel like I'm getting the most benefit from these. So they're gonna get a Best Massage Tech score of 13 based on all their specifications. Something of note is that between when this video was filmed and when I posted it on YouTube, Recovery Pump was acquired by Therabody. So while the biggest downside of Recovery Pump is the price, I do expect now that Therabody has acquired them that we are gonna start to see the price of that go down slightly. And I also think we're probably gonna see the product in stores such as Best Buy and Target and some of those other places that you can buy Theragun products and Therabody products in retail outlets. So I think that's a win for us because we're not only gonna get better access to a higher quality product, but we're also probably gonna get a little bit of a reduction in price. So something worth noting there, and something that I was really excited to learn after filming this. So that does wrap up the ultimate compression boot comparison review video. And I would say after taking a look at 5 of these different devices, there are a few takeaways that I have. The first is that there is quite a bit of variance from a low price point model to a high price point model. When I first sought off to do this review, I didn't expect to find much difference. I honestly thought it was going to be a very similar product that all these companies were selling, just with some of them marketing at a higher price point. But after experiencing them all firsthand, I do notice a difference when you start to get into some of those higher price point models, specifically in the feel, but also in terms of the capabilities and the functionalities that you have control of as a user. So that was the first thing that I took away. The second was that there's definitely a benefit to having a Bluetooth compatible app. So with the Normatec and the RPX, just everything that I was able to control was much more detailed. The fact that I had the app that I could dive in and specifically select a pressure in a specific chamber or change routines or adjust it on the fly. So that's something that I think all of these products need to have. Secondly was that the ones that were battery powered, so specifically again the RPX and the Normatec, just the portability of that, being able to take that wherever I want is something that, again, some of these companies should be focusing on. And obviously it's part of why some of those at the higher price point are that way, because there's more technology involved there. So those are just 3 things that I noticed after reviewing all of these that I seem to think that should be a priority for companies moving forward in developing this type of product. Something that none of these do have that I think would be a nice little added benefit, not a huge benefit, but just something that would be nice to have, would be a quick deflate option. I didn't show it in this video, but essentially once you take the boots off, you are just reliant upon gravity to deflate these. You can put a little bit of elbow grease and just fold them up and push the air out on your own, but otherwise, if you just let them sit, they're gonna take 20 to 30 minutes just to deflate on their own. So having some sort of quick deflate option, I think of sort of like an air mattress, just you can reverse the pump and deflate the whole thing, would just be a nice thing to have. Again, not a huge change in how you're experiencing it when you're actually using it, but who knows, could be nice to have. But that does wrap up everything. If you guys have any specific questions about any of these devices, feel free to drop a question down below. Otherwise, please remember I do have full-length review videos on all these products on my channel, so I will also link all those videos in the description so you can jump right to it if there's one you want to check out. I also do have some discounts and links to the products down below, so if there's one that caught your eye and you're just curious about, what it might cost right now, go ahead and hit that link. It also helps support the channel in some of the instances. So that is the ultimate compression boot comparison, and that's a review.